They are exotic, beautiful, and they reserve the right to fly at their free will. More than 21 species of birds of prey have been found in Bahrain. Unfortunately, some of them are subjected to unethical antics, which includes being captured and sold off in markets and pet shops. Fortunately for us, we have organizations like Raptor Rehabs, which are responsible for the conservation and the preservation of these beautiful, majestic creatures. I'm here with Ahmed Al-Sharaf, the co-founder of Raptor Rehabs, to talk to him about 3 special barn owls that are going to be released tonight. Ahmed, can you just talk to us about what are you guys planning to do tonight?
Yeah, we have a plan for releasing the 3 owls. 2 of them are going to be released tonight, hopefully. They have met all the requirements for release, so they're very fit and healthy. They've passed all the tests. They're over the weight mark that we've set for them. So yeah, 2 will be released. 1 still needs some time. We suspect maybe a week to 2 weeks. Raptor Rehab started about 3 years ago now. It was between myself and my partner, who's a co-founder, Natalie Young. We started about 3 years ago. We receive birds of prey every now and then from different sources. One of the sources is the market, which is the East Town market, which is very bad for this kind of situation that we have. Mostly we seize kestrels, a lot of the times marsh harriers, pallid harriers, and sometimes owls. Mostly in Bahrain we get 3 types of owls. The small ones, which are really tiny and grayish in color, they're the scops owls. Second in line would be the barn owls, like this little guy here. And third, sometimes we get pharaoh eagle owls, which usually are brought in from Saudi. They're much bigger, larger. Typically they're not found in Bahrain.
Ahmed, I would like to thank you for all the efforts that you and your company and your team has put through for the past 3 years for doing all that you can for these amazing creatures. But can you tell us, our viewers, how we can play a role in that? How can we also contribute?
The most important thing is to recognize that these owls are not pets. They can't be kept as pets. They're very difficult. They have very specific diets and requirements. I see a lot of people thinking that they can keep them as pets, and they do sometimes, and it usually ends up in a very bad situation very quickly. So my advice to everybody is, if you find a bird of prey, whether it's an owl or some type of falcon, immediately contact us. You'll find us on Instagram, it's Raptor_Rehab. You'll also find us on Facebook. So contact us, and we'll be able to take the bird off you and do the necessary, hopefully, release. Not all birds are fit for release. Sometimes we find species that are not native here, they're very difficult to release, and some are not fit for release at all, maybe with permanent injuries like broken wings. So hopefully we try to aim at releasing most of the birds, but a lot of the times we end up keeping the birds for educational purposes, to educate people on the bad situation that we have here. Mm-hmm. Yes. Unfortunately, we get a lot of cases of poisoning in birds of prey, and most of them are owls. The situation is that a lot of people poison what the owls would typically eat. So a lot of poison nowadays, unfortunately, is being placed for stray dogs. And a lot of the times, the stray dogs are not the only ones that are affected by this poison. So you have even rats or mice, which are primary food for the owls that consume the poison, and not every time the poison is effective on the rats or the mice. However, every time the owl consumes that rat or mouse, nearly every time it's affected, and it's usually a life or death situation for the owl. So my advice to everybody is don't use poison, and hopefully we'll see the phenomenon of poisoning stray dogs stop, because it's just cruel and it has a knock-on effect on everything in the environment.